Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, and this is Module 13, character lifting a heavy object. So we're going to go in here, and we're just going to scroll down. This is our last quiz and our last discussion, so make sure you guys get in there and get that done before Tuesday. And we're going to be focusing on living heavy atlas stones. Whether you've seen this or not, these are competitions, and it's a big deal with the strongman competitions. The world's strongest man or person that can lift the heaviest atlas stone. I think we're at 660 pounds or something crazy like that. That's really heavy. So, and it's really hard because it's round and smooth. So there's quite a technique. So there's a technique that goes through how to lift an atlas stone step by step with a lighter stone using the same. And then there's the world's record, I think. I don't know if that's up to date. I think it's pretty close to the up to date. This guy lifted 660 pounds of it. So that's pretty crazy. Our quiz again is over the graph editor. So in this assignment, I want you to watch all the reference videos. If you find some other videos, reference videos of the atlas stone lifting, that's kind of what we're going for, because you're going to be downloading the NE 245 module 13 start, and that should have everything you need to start the scene. And I'll take you through that, and obviously through that with this video. And you can use when you get it all finished and you have it all polished, you can go ahead and use the import the lighting zip file into the source images folder or into the scenes folder, and import that into your primary scene. And then of course I got this video review video tutorial on play blasting, and so that should take you through the whole thing. Make sure that, and again, I kind of preface the fact that I told you guys could have somebody else act it out, lifting up a heavy object. I don't want you lifting heavy objects. This is called acting. So if you lift a heavy object and throw your back out or hurt yourself, that's on you. This is an acting situation where you're acting that it's heavy. Okay, so I don't want anybody throwing their back out or hurting themselves trying to lift something really heavy. So if you've never lifted heavy objects before, or really heavy objects like that, please don't do that. Okay, just act it out. Act like it's heavy. You can reference these videos on how to lift a heavy ball, and I'm sure some of you guys can act like it's heavy. All right, okay. And so that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be videotaping yourself lifting something heavy, and you need to show anticipation. Maybe do it 3 or 4 times and pick out the best one. But I do need you to turn it in. So that video needs to be turned in, please. Okay? And you will be graded on that. Of course, the grading rubric has it right here. Okay, that's part of it. Make sure you read the rest of it. And the usual stuff. That's the only thing you're going to be turning in that's different. You lifting up a heavy object, or acting like you're lifting up a heavy object. So I found this little video that I thought was pretty fun. This is not what we're doing, but I thought that was pretty cool. So the next thing you guys are going to do is you're going to be doing an animated short. Okay, something like this. So think about what you want to do for your animated short, and that's kind of getting you ready for that. So anyway, good luck with everything, and let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to bring in your file, and let's go ahead. I think I have my file up and running already. And this is what it looks like. If you don't see the ball, it's turned invisible. I decided not, as creating this video, I already uploaded this and a lot of people have downloaded this, and so to keep the confusion down, I just want you to delete it. Click on that ball, and if you can't see it, turn visibility on and delete it. Just click on it and delete it. We're going to do something different. I wasn't happy with the turnout of it. I worked with it the other night and I just didn't like it. So I'm going to do something different. Okay. So with that said, delete that. It deletes everything I've done. And we're going to do something different. It's going to be called the replacement object. We're going to replace the object and constrain it to the arm. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to animate the character the way you want to animate it, and when it crouches down to pick up the ball, you got this position, that you can look at your reference videos that you did of yourself, or look at the reference videos of the lifting up the Atlas stone, and decide which one you like better, which you want to use. That's up to you. This is your animation, but this is an Atlas stone. You're going to be lifting it. You have to lift it properly, so I highly recommend that if you didn't act it out properly or you don't like your acting, you don't have to use it, but I want to know you did it, and you have to turn it into me. So whether you use it or not, that's up to you. Okay? So look at the references, and I want you to do your animation like you want to do it. Okay, when you get to lifting the actual stone, you're going to have to then watch how I create a replacement object. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video, and I want you to get up to that point, and then you can of course I'm going to pause it and get my character position so you can see. So I'll pause the video and get my character in position. We'll come back momentarily. Okay, we're back, and I've got my character position. So obviously you're going to want to pause your video if you're not ready, if you don't have this position. So I'll give you a little hint. I'm kind of giving things away, but this is the position that you will see the person with the Atlas stone. And I'm just kind of rotating around. And I had to play a little bit with the rotation of the upper arms to get the lower arm here to work properly. So you're going to have to experiment with that rotational value of these arms, okay? And I'm just kind of giving you a tip here. That's how I was able to get the arms wrapped around properly. And of course, the hands are clutching the ball, the stone. And the same thing with the other side. So you can pause the video and check my rotation values out to help out a little bit with that. That's the hardest thing to get figured out, was the rotational values of that. Once I got the rotational values just right, I went ahead and got the arms, the rotational values of these arms, because you can see the arms only pivot in the Y, which is kind of strange. And the reason why they did that is because they do not have the arm elbow controls. Now I usually create characters with elbow controls. That does really help, but you don't really use elbow controls unless you have an IK system. Now you will have elbow controls with the IK system, okay? But with forward kinematics you won't have it. So I pushed these forwards by the way, because I had him stepping forward as an anticipation move before he lifts up the stone. So keep that in mind, that you're going to have to play with the forward kinematics if you choose to do forward kinematics with your animation for the arms. All right, with that said, I got it set up. He's ready to lift the stone. So just because I have mine on 70 does not mean that's what your animation is going to be. So you're just going to have to figure that out with the on-off. So with the stone, okay, we want to, of course, I deleted the history, so that's done deal. So everything is clean. So all you have to do is do a Control D. So I'm going to duplicate that. So this is the floor ball. And so I'm going to go Control D, and I'm going to rename this hand ball. So HAND _ ball. Take the one away and hit enter. So I've got an exact duplicate of this ball. So we are going to do a replacement. So the original ball is the floor ball. So I'm going to select that first. Wherever your animation here is with your pickup, whether it be 70, whether it be 40, whether it be 110, whether it be 140, it doesn't matter. You're going to keyframe it at those positions that when he is down, ready to pick that stone up, you're going to replace this ball with our handball. And you won't even know the difference, okay? So go to floor ball, highlight it, and you're going to do a keyframe here. So visibility, wherever you're at in your timeline here with him positioned down, ready to pick it up, that's where you're going to keyframe. You're going to keyframe that position on right when he is ready to lift it up. Okay, so visibility on at 70. So we're going to right click over it and go to key selected. And we're going to go down to your first frame. We're also going to right click over this visibility channel and go to key selected. At 71, we want to make sure that ball is invisible. So we're going to change out the floor ball with the hand ball. So this is the next thing we're going to do. I'm going to click on that to be off at frame 71. Basically, you're keyframing it on at the frame that you're going to lift the ball, and at frame 71, you're going to turn the ball off and replace it with the other one. It's basically what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off on that. Just type that in and right click over it and key selected. So now we've got the original ball here. So we need to go ahead and add, I'm going to show you how to constrain. So I'm going to select the object that's going to control the constrain. Okay, so you select that first. And then you're going to shift select the ball. And you're going to hold down your space bar and go to constrain, and we're going to go to parent constraint. We're going to go into the option box, click on reset option box, and click on add. Okay, if you did it correctly, when you have the handball selected, you'll see these keys. You cannot key these anymore. That is done. It's a done deal. We can keyframe this off and on. That's what we want. But you cannot keyframe the ball. You cannot move it. You can't rotate it. It's already stuck. So it's stuck to this arm. Whatever we do with this wrist part, it is going to be part of the animation now. Okay? So if you want to have an animation where he drops the ball, you're going to have to do another replacement animation with that. Okay? So you're going to have to turn that invisible, and then you're going to have another ball that is free. You can create another ball and have it drop. Okay, that's how you can do the drop if you want to drop the ball. Okay, you just reverse what we did here. All right, with that said, then that ball is on. So we want it on at 71. So once we're done, and we're going to test this real quick. I'm going to rotate this. You can see that the ball now, no matter what I do, is going to follow that wrist. Okay, it's connected to this. Okay, so whatever you do, whether you come up from that bend and you rotate the back, the ball's going to move wonderfully with that. Okay, so that's how you can lift the ball. That's how you get it to stick. All right, with that done, then you're going to have that keyframed on at 71. So let's go ahead and right click over and key selected. And then at frame 70, we want it off. So you're going to turn that off. Just type it off. Okay, keyframe, right click over it, keyframe it, and go all the way to the beginning at frame 1 and make sure that is off, keyframe that. So when you have your animation, when it gets to frame 70, it gets replaced. Okay? Look how that replacement is perfectly, you can't tell. So there's the ball that he has now, and there's the floor ball. Okay? So between these two frames, 70 and 71, that's replaced. You never know the difference, and now you can animate your character going up. That's the beauty of this replacement system. Okay? You're just replacing the ball. It's probably the easiest and fastest way, okay, to do it. All right, I'm sure there's other things that's online. If you don't want to do this technique, you can take the ball, you can delete it, and that will delete everything. the constraint and everything. So if you make a mistake, you don't like it, whatever, you can delete it and you can find something. But right now, I think this is the best way to do it. And then if you want to drop it, you just reverse what we did. You create another ball, put it in position right before he drops it, and do a replacement without the constraint. Okay? Anyway, if you have problems or questions, please email me. And I hope you have a lot of fun with this. I'll see you guys next time. And I look forward to seeing your final animations, your short animations that you come up with. So start thinking about that. You're going to need to have a short storyboard of at least 6 frames, sequence art, and you guys know how to do a storyboard, hopefully, and then or more. You can do 6 panes or more. Just minimum is 6 panes of what your action is going to be. Okay, all right. I will see you in the next module.